Yo, morning guys. Welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. This is a psychiatric, self-therapeutic, multimedia project to solve the problems, challenges, and obstacles in our lives, as well as a self-improvement process to reach the heights, goals, and ambitions we've set for ourselves, as well as those around us. If you'd like a brief introduction into the Ahn Rho Project, we break it down into subdomains, domains of life, sub-series, analogies, and so on and so forth. You can check out the previous live streams for the past 3.5 years, straight up to January 2021 and beyond for more updated versions. And with that being said, that covers all the jazz, including copyright-free music. Let's move on to the second segment. The second segment, table of contents. Quick disclaimer, quick little note here that again, as usual, we will be changing up the structure over the coming weeks and months. So the table of contents is not fixed; it will change over time. But with that being said, today's particular live stream, as usual, is broken down to phase 1, 2, and 3. Phase 1 has 3 different segments. First, introductory bit. Second is this kind of table of contents with all the different portions of the stream. And then finally, the disclaimers portion, which is kind of like what to keep in mind of being honest and genuine on stream, how we're going to conduct the stream. And of course, the entire stream, all these segments, all these phases together, only about 15-minute live stream, won't take too much of your time. About 11 segments in total. In phase 2, we're going to move on to the things that you see on screen. So what you see is what you get. Phase 2 is actual digital content, more abstract content, things that I can show you digitally. Segments 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So 4 starts with directory, media assets, podcast, live stream. We kind of do a summary of everything, and then we move on to segment 5, which kind of link together about relationships at the workplace as well as anywhere else, things I can't show you visually. Segment 6 and 7. One is photography. One is social media assets and educational materials and so on and so forth. So it's the stuff on the right hand side, which sees what you get. For example, that quote there from Store Reflections page is an example of that. And then 8, 7, and 8. 7 is photography on dietetics, nutrition, any food that we've sort of cooked up or any grocery items. And then afterwards, we move on to the, metrics, so database, so Excel, so on and so forth. So that's kind of that's the phase 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 segments. And then segment 9, 10, and 11, 9 continues on into what we see in the backdrop. So if I remove this screenshot down here, you will see in the backdrop my hand right now for a second. So hello, right over there is region D1, for example. Then I would basically go around the room physically, and it's the most engaging active part of the stream, followed up by segments 10 and 11, where we just, if you have any comments or questions, I'm going to get back to you at that point, as well as deliver a take-home message, which is take care of your health, yourself, and your finances, the people you care for, and so on and so forth. That being said, let's move on into the last introductory bit. So just quickly, the disclaimers, first of 3. First one is that we have to be real, raw, and genuine. We have to cover things with the good, the bad, and the ugly, because even though because the Ahn Rho Project is in part a time capsule of my life, so as far as I'm concerned, even if it covers emotional insecurities or emotional baggage, I still have to talk about that. I won't shy away from non-PC topics. All right. Secondly, I have to mention, of course, this is also clearly a high utility stream. There's a lot to get through. It's very purposefully driven, so we're going to, even though it's very serious, it seems, doesn't mean that you can't leave jokes and comments at the bottom left hand side. Feel free to lighten up the atmosphere, and that's well appreciated. Last but not least, we also look at life as sort of like a game. That's another analogy, not just a time record, not just a business, but also life as a game. And so we're going to apply game theory mechanics over to the Ahn Rho Project as well, since it is about largely life and how to get by. Okay, let's move on into the actual content. So the directory, I can remove, I can slide up one of the screenshots up here. Okay, this one right here. So I'm gonna pull this up, I'm gonna magnify it. So basically 3 of these recordings are from yesterday, and one of them is from at the workplace. There's actually new colleagues at the workplace that I had to meet once again, of some very nice people. Two Filipino ladies, I believe, who are just working on assembly and just trying to work with new people, I guess. And they are hard workers and very diligent and caring. All right, so it's good additions to the team, and I really hope that they can in the future, help out the colleagues, my colleagues who are really. At one point, we used to be somewhat like family, not so much anymore, unfortunately. But I really hope they can help them out when I'm gone, because I won't be here for very long. Next to that, we also have two recordings. One regarding my domestic guardian. So I had a conversation with my domestic. I just basically gave a warning about a stock that she was purchasing, about how it's probably gonna crash soon, and in fact it did. In fact, at opening it did crash, and she sold it and got back her cost, at the very least, her capital. So and then she made a profit on top of that. So it worked out well. And then at the end of the day, there's something else I can't exactly remember what, but that's that. Okay, so let's move on from. So those are audio recordings and also segment. So that's segment for the directory, the podcast that can no podcasts, but those are audio recordings. And then we had the live stream yesterday as well as today. So today's live stream, if we moved on to the top right hand side, is we continue more stuff, more relationship bullshit, more grocery items, more inventory, and so on and so forth. And you can see that there's once again, we're still not done the inventory. $64, 28 things, items. And I did eat some. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. Okay, but basically, so there's the live streams and there's the audio recordings. There's not too much text related stuff that I can say, so we'll move on. And then segment 4 is done, the directory, as well as segment 5, which was like storytelling and recapping relationships, like I just did right now. Moving to segment 6. Let's get rid of this. Is educational material. So um, knowledge speaks, but wisdom listens. This is from Stoic Reflections. You take a look at page over on Instagram. It's the one of the few things that I actually do follow, because it has a very personal value to me. Stoicism is essentially how I saved myself from the hellhole that I was in. So that's this, and I'm just going to say, big shout out to them. But again, it's not my stuff, so copyrighted stuff. This is their stuff, not mine. I don't take credit for their work. All right, move on to the side here. That's all I have for digital media assets today, thank goodness. We move on to photography. So we have about 2 screenshots, and I wonder if we can cover it all today. I don't really know. But here's let's just start here. This is a Dollarama, stuff from Dollarama. So it's a dollar store, starting in Quebecois. So we start up here, and there's some stuff I want. So you see the Canada Day fan. That's very interesting on the top left hand side right there. It's just a little decorator. I thought that was interesting. I didn't really buy it. We also have some Febreze air. So basically we have to clean out the room real, like, completely. Sweep, dust, completely wash everything down, spray down the air, everything. It's completely disgusting in here after the past 10 months of absolute hell. From business to domestic issues to work to volunteering to everything together. So I had to clean that up. So I was taking a look at this stuff, and I did some research about Febreze very briefly. Is it safe? Is it what does it do? And I bought one of these canisters. Top left hand side, you can see that right there. We're going to show those physically in a second, because we did purchase them, so we're going to show them physically. Then you have the security cam that I took a photograph of and a scan of on yesterday's live stream. You can check it out right on his channel again. Some scanned images of of the security cam. It's just a dummy one. It's not real, but whatever. We also have these two Febreze fabric sprays. So these are specifically for clothing, and once again, just I have never purchased any sort of air freshener or bacterial sprays before, but it calls for it right now. This is the first time in my life I'm actually gonna do something like this. So it's really cheap for like $4. You can see. So again, from dollar store, and that's about it. So let's get rid of that. And then another screenshot right here. Okay, so this one is from, looks like No Frills. So just grocery stores. I was getting groceries, and you can see on the top left hand side some mini samosa type packaging. It got too expensive, didn't buy. See some coconut water. Once again, all this stuff you're gonna see in segment 9, right? This is segment 7. In 2 segments time, maybe 2 minutes, we're gonna get to the physical portion. You're gonna see a lot of this food there. Okay, and then we have the crackers that were on sale, the cheesy crackers. We have these. I was again scanning out the air um, fresheners kind of thing, antibactericides, but of course I didn't buy it because I already bought one from Dollarama. I also have the pies here, which was not on sale. It was more expensive than usual, different brand. Cakes here, I bought one, the cinnamon brand. We'll show that in a second. Once again, that's about everything. And then, sorry, on the right hand side, right here, there's some more kind of like junk food aside from the coconut water. Okay, so that's about everything in terms of photography. Thank goodness, finally. We're done all the photography for the previous week. Can't believe it took up till today, which is like a Wednesday, I believe. So now, let's cover the last abstract segment of phase 2 is spreadsheets, databasing, right? Like I said, metrics. So I did have to record that there were 3 different audio recording sessions, so I got documented in here in this column. We also have, of course, new supplies here that I used that were not mine, so they're class 2 in nature, what you see on the floor right there. We'll get to that in a second. Like I said, the segment after this, it's just some toilet paper, but it's not mine, so it's like been used by, it's not used toilet paper, Jesus. Disgusting, man. No, it's nasty. No, it's from my garden, so it's not supposed to, I'm not comfortable using that, so it's a personal insecurity. Anyway, so there's new inventory, there's a new audio recordings, there's a new live stream. There's also, so the budgeting of that, the finances of that I already put down. We also had to take into consideration the new news. I've been taking a look at news, some politics, some COVID-19, like public health safety, some basic stuff that's just, you just breeze through it. Try not to get too political. It's all nonsense anyways. Too far left, too far right. It's always like that. And then we go to sleep, okay, and fitness. So obviously I'm not doing too well. I clearly slept way too late yesterday and woke up way too late today. And it's just another day. But I'm trying to improve, and hopefully today we can arrive at least half an hour earlier than we have been able to for the past 4 days this week at the work. So we're gonna aim for that. All right, so that's everything for the database. So let's move on now. We have about 2 minutes left. We can try to cover the inventory. Let's get up to segment 9. Like I said, the most active part of the stream is region D1. Welcome to D1 now. D1, D4. On the floor here we have some Royale, toilet paper stuff. So I did not anticipate this being here, but today we had to replenish, and it's not my stuff, so I'm going to throw away on their behalf. We also see that there's some stuff I finished eating yesterday. Inside you can see some paper napkins, some Usana Health Science supplement packages. So this is all trash, so I'm going to take it out. This is all garbage, right? And with stuff that inside, a bag within a bag within a bag. Gotta flatten this cardboard box, that's for recycling. So this is all trash. Same thing with this, I can probably take out the wrapper for the coffee crisp. I took and just tossed it in there, it's all trash. Bag within a bag. And then there's one coffee crisp in here with this one, which I'm going to take to work. So I'm reusing this packaging here. There's 2 slices of bread, plus this pizza, kind of red hot. I know, spicy sauce with bread sounds kind of weird. Black pepper and a coffee crisp here. I'm going to take that to work, and that's going to be my dinner, plus these supplements. Again, you understand how sizes. So that's kind of me just using some really ghetto welfare way. This is my dinner. This is my dinner for work. All right, so and then it's all trash. All right, to the side, A788. Before we get to D4, I want to cover real quickly. Obviously, I said that yesterday's live stream, we finally had to wash down. This was really, really oily. I threw away the packages, like I said, the packaging, the plastic, I tossed it away. And now we have these 2 thread snippers, which again, I'm going to add to my drop leg right here on the side. This is my drop leg, region A2. There's my work pants. I'm going to add to my drop leg so that I can use these as, utility knives when I'm at my workplace. Shipping, receiving, Then we have this flattened dummy camera right here, surveillance cam, and I neglected yesterday. I didn't have enough time actually to take out this, the dummy camera and show you what it looks like. Here's the bubble wrap. If I move to the side, you can see the dummy camera looks like this. So pretty nice. Looks realistic enough. And there's also some like nuts and bolts inside, which I wish I could show you. Oh, I can right here. So here it is, a screw, so just to nail it onto the wall. Of course, we have 2. But we're going to take out the bottle wrap. We might keep that and just stuff the dummy cameras inside here, like region A4. And this is recycling, so I'll put it down here, flatten down. Turn to side D4. We have less than 20 seconds left. Shit. So this is kind of espresso cookies. Already talked about that. It's almost done. We have some bananas. Looks like they're not ready to eat yet, but we're going to try. And we have these corn chips here that were for $1 each on sale. Once again, these are the grocery items I was talking about, but we'll have to continue this tomorrow morning because I don't have enough time. So take care of yourself, become strong, disciplined, responsible, whatever. See you tomorrow. We'll try this again tomorrow.